How many times in our life we have let other perception of us let us decide who we are in our real life. So this video is a reminder for myself and for you to not let other perceptions of you decide who you are and who you want to be and who you are as a person. You know what makes the people so precious and special are they are not limited to one thing, a person, a personality, or your personality or my personality. It's very dynamic, and you are not a one thing. Let's say people call you lazy, but yes, everybody is lazy when their values are not aligned. When you do not value something, you are lazy towards it. You are um, you know you are not giving the best version of yourself to that thing when you feel like that's not a thing that I value. Let's say if you value friendship, then you are not lazy, or you do not show those negative emotions toward friends or putting out an effort or something like that. But if you do not value friendship and you feel like okay, that's something that I do not have priority in my life right now, so you get it loose. You like okay, maybe later on so you let show the negative emotions. Say you became lazy towards it. But if you really value something and you have that value, you put values and priorities and effort into something, then that means that it's it's your core value. When you have something in your value system and you value it, you will never show the negative emotions towards it. So one of the things that I see mostly in people is when you, let's say I'm lazy toward going to work out. It's not that I do not like workout. It's not that I do not know the benefit of working out. I do not know. But it's that in my value system, in my priorities, in my value systems, the values are not aligned. You know what I mean? Like I do not prioritize working out. It doesn't mean that I don't know what this means. I don't know like what effects that had me, the good effects, the bad effects, the good effects that I do not know. That doesn't mean that I do not know any of those. It just means that I need to relate it to my value. For me, I give you an example. For me, one of my values is to always learn, to always reflect back upon myself. One of my top values is to learn. I love learning, and if anything that is related to learning that excites me, I just give the best to it. So whenever I missed out gym, or let's say I want to work out, then do I connect it to my value system. It's learning, and I say to myself, when I go to gym, I get to learn new workouts. I get to learn how it functions. I get to see different aspect of it, and when I work out, I am more fresher. My mind is more fresh, so I get to learn a lot more. So that's how I link it to my value system, and that's how I also give effort and those good side to also working out, and also because I value it to my value chain. So so in this, people are often mistaken that when you are no people just give you perceptions of yourself what is they see, but that's not true. Don't let the perception of others to determine who you are. If people say you are lazy, it just means that you have not connected it to your value system. Maybe you value your family, so if you can connect it in a way like how it can benefit in being in family or like your family, then you will always do that. Whatever it is in your value system, you will do it. It's like subconsciously you will do it. So when you connect it to your value system, it gives you meaning. So when you have meaning, you will do it. And whenever you so negative or bad emotions, negative or bad sides of yours towards something, towards some activity, it just means that you have not connected it to your value system. So here value system is very important and you should know how to connect it. Let's say I value my family, and whatever is around them, regarding them, I it is my topmost upmost priority. So if I wanted to do some activities, let's say I am not really great on learning, for example, and I value my family, then I will make a connectivity. Say, if I learn well and if I earn well, I can support my family more and I can be there for them and I can help them in many ways. Then it's linked to the family. So I'll also good side to the activities of learning. That's how you connect it to the your value system. And when you have connected it to the value system, can you feel like there's a meaning to it, and when you have meaning to it, you would do it more often. Before you wouldn't have done it because you would feel like, what's the meaning of this? Subconsciously, when you have connected it to your value system, and if this I do this activity, it will eventually benefit what I prioritize and what I value, then you do it. So always create the value system and know what you value in your life. And how do you know what you value in life? Is by checking where you invest your time, money, space. TSC: time, space, money. How do you know you value something? Is by knowing where do you spend most of your times on, where do you spend most of your money on, and how much space do you give it to you. If in a room, if you see me having books and you see me reading and you see me buying books, that means I have invested time, I have space for it, and I have invested money. So I value money, I value reading books. So that's how you know what you value something. And if you see giving money, supporting my family, money, investing with them, talking with them, communicating with them, giving them love, support, and space is like having them around, how much you are physically present, or you are present to them. That's how you are giving value. So first is to know your value system, what you value in life, by knowing what you spend your time, space, and money on. And then, let's say you want to create a habit of going to work out, going to gym, then you connect it to the value system, value chain, and then you will show your good qualities to also to the new habit, like going to work out. That's how you do it. And the what I want to say is, people have different opinions and different perceptions of you in their life. That doesn't define who you are. A person is very dynamic and they are not set in a stone, like you are this person, you have to be this person, you are da 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 da. No, it's not like that. We are very dynamic people, we change. The most beautiful thing about human species are people changes with time, with experiences, with situations, people change. And you can always learn, you can always relearn, and you can always change yourself. You can mold them into however you want to be. People are so moldable and so flexible, like water. If you put in a cup, you become a sip of coffee. Put in a jug, you become a sip of tea. So don't let other perception define that you are this person, you are this person. No, we are not defined. We are very dynamic, we are very changeable, we are very moldable person. However you mold yourself into, you become that person. So that's all I wanted to say. don't let the don't let other perception define who you are. You are always changeable. Find your value system, what you value, by knowing time, what you spend your time, space, and money on. And if you want to achieve something, connect it to your value system. Then you will have meaning, and you can have your own definition of who you are. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for listening, and that's what I've been learning and trying to implement in my life as well. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Bye bye.